Hello, and thank you for joining me tonight. This video is dedicated to attracting love, romance, and that kind of ideal partnership. What inspired me to create this video was recently I posted a new moon manifestation video, and I asked you guys to tell me your goals in a sense, or what you were looking to manifest in 2017. And a lot of you, and a lot of emails that I've been getting lately as well, a lot, are talk about this, talk about finding that ideal partnership, that soulmate kind of thing. So I wanted to help you with that, and I have a few things to talk about regarding to it, because there is a frame of mind that we're going to need to work on here. There's a few things, but particularly a frame of mind. And I'm also going to be doing a distance Reiki session to help us remove some of these and let go of some of these mental blockages that we have, that we're creating. We have these neural pathways that are very hardly formed, very, very deeply formed, I should say, rather. And we want to release them and build new neural pathways, because there is a level of, which I'm going to get into, we want to release the lack. We want to release this idea of something missing. Acknowledging that something is missing only keeps it missing longer. It's just confirming the fact that it isn't in your life and keeps it that way for even longer. How many times have you been either talking to someone or dating or in a relationship, and then the expression happens, like, if it rains, it pours? Like, that's so true, because you're relaxed, you're not looking for anything, you're happy, and you're sending out these positive, these waves, and more people are attracted to you because of that. When you're single, right, and you're looking for a date or looking for this perfect person, what happens, right? It's pretty dry, so there's something very strong to be said for that. Now, of course, this is a generalization, but I would say the majority, is the type of cases that you will see. Once we're able to release this idea that something is missing, we want to transform it into an excitement, an eagerness for this to be entered into our lives, for us to have this really wonderful partnership. A big part of this is going to be visualizing. I know you're probably super tired of me talking about visualization, but it works, and it's extremely powerful. It's thought control. It's projecting in this area to come forth in our physical lives. So you're going to hear me talk about it a lot in other videos as well, because it's very important. This is where the work gets done first. Everything that has come forth first starts as a thought, and the more clear the visualization, the easier it is for it to come forth, and the more control we have, in a sense. So when I get back to the lack just a little bit, what you want to stop doing is talking about the fact that you don't have this person. Don't throw up those, Facebook or Twitter posts still single, or, oh, I wish I had someone to take me to the movies, or whatever the case may be. I see a lot of those. Stop doing that, date yourself. Treat yourself like you would be treating this partner. Practice on yourself. Practice showing love and sharing love with yourself. And that's going to change your whole frequency and put you in a way of you're projecting just really attractive vibes. And of course, I'm not talking about the superficial level of attraction. I mean those deep attractive vibes that people want to be around and are drawn to. The more confidence you have, the more love you have for yourself, and the better you take care of yourself, the more moths to flame people are drawn to. Now, we're not trying to draw insects to us, right? We don't really care how many there are if we're talking about this soulmate, partner, serious relationship type experience. So what you need to do then, in turn, is work on your inner work. What is happening within you? If you have this high ideal of what you want this partner to possess, or possess in qualities, you need to match those qualities. Do you both need to be executives? No. Do you both need to love football? No, that's not a requirement for a relationship to work. However, you need to match on different levels. You need to complement each other in that way, where you know, one person brings this and the other brings this. One person might be the, you know, if we're going to take a very, you know, that old school, like standard relationship of like the breadwinner type thing, like we'll just use that as an example because it's super easy. You know, one person might be, you know, this provider, and the other person might be making, you know, home life very comfortable, very, you know, taking great care of everything else, all those other like very important workings. There are all different levels that you can place that at, so I'm just using that as a very general example. Things need to be matched. When we're going to talk about attraction now, we want to have those qualities within us that we're looking to attract, of course, but there is something to be said for the more subtle levels of attraction. Now, I don't mean this in a superficial way again. In terms of superficiality, you could have the most gorgeous person, you know, like you see them across the room, like, oh, I have to talk to that person, you know, like you go over there and they're just like cold or boring, or they have no interest, or they don't laugh at like any joke, or, you know, and you're just like, okay, you know, like I'd rather go talk to like this girl over here who's like having a great time and, you know, doesn't look like she's just like, you know, just there, like not doing anything, you know. So there's something to be said for that. That initial kind of like, ooh, like attraction, that shiny thing kind of attraction fades very quickly, in a matter of minutes, seconds even. So don't worry about that. Don't worry about what you were born with or like how you look. We're all beautiful. We're all unique, you know, like that has nothing to do with it. But getting into that kind of attraction zone, you have to take care of yourself, you know, like hygiene, you know, like the simple upkeep things that help your blood flow and your body, you know, send out the right pheromones and whatnot. So, or, you know, inoffensive pheromones, I guess I could say. That's all very important when it comes to attraction. We like people who take care of themselves. We don't want to take care of someone else, you know, the most of, then again, this is all very general. We all have our very unique, things that we're into, but we don't want to take care of someone. We want someone who we see takes care of themselves and pulls their own weight in a sense, in different, you know, maybe different. One thing that I will say that's of a superficial nature is clothing and hair. There can be a lot, like, do you need this to attract someone? Absolutely not. That's not what I mean. Does this make you feel better about yourself? Yes. Does you feeling better about yourself attract more, you know, draw more to you? Absolutely. So keep that in mind. Like, do you need to wear like the most, like, you know, hottest outfit like ever? Like, no. Something you feel good in, something you feel expresses you, something that you feel like, this is me. I am in my own skin. I'm not, you know, in some type of thing that I don't resonate with or I don't feel comfortable with. That can go for your hair, your makeup, everything that we materially adorn ourselves with is an extension of our personality. It's the first aspect of our personality, in a sense, that we send out to other people. So you want to feel like you're sending a good message. That's all, though. It has nothing to do with like, oh, you need to have like, you know, these shoes for, you know, women to talk to you. Like, no, that's not what I mean. But you need to feel good and comfortable. So just when we're talking about, you know, the physical stuff, I just want to mention that. All right, so let's talk a little bit about upgrading ourselves. I spoke a little bit about how we have this, you know, we might have this ideal, like, oh, this, I could just see this person in my mind. They like to do this and this. We do this together. And that's all very healthy. Like, keep those visualizations very rich and active in your mind of what you guys will do together, how you spend your Sunday, what it's like after work, what you guys do on a rainy night, you know, spending holidays together, going on vacation together. That's all very healthy to visualize, but make sure you don't bring it to a place of lack, like, but it's not here. Oh, but I want that, and it makes you feel bad to think about because you don't have it. Only visualize and maintain the pleasure center, this like joy, this love, this excitement for it. Don't let it ever get to a place where you feel like bad about it, because it's totally going to backfire and it's not going to work out for you. It's not going to be beneficial whatsoever when the terms of, you know, aligning with this, I'm going to keep saying like soulmate, but this partner. When I was saying before about the, that superficial attraction, how quickly it fades. So, take a look at yourself. Like, do you have stuff to offer conversation-wise or interest-wise or jokes? Those are very healthy things to develop within us. They make us more rounded, more personable, more easy to identify with, more approachable. This could go from a romantic aspect, but also just in general, like what kind of person are you? So it's always good to be upgrading yourself constantly, learning, getting a new hobby or a new crafty type thing that you're able to do, learning a new skill or, things along those nature. Keep upgrading yourself, keep dating yourself and upgrading yourself and taking care of yourself. Love yourself and put that much effort that you would be putting into the relationship into yourself. I just want to quickly touch on this kind of twin flame, soulmate, the difference between the two. When I first heard twin flame, I thought that kind of meant soulmate, like your life partner. But as I did more research, I kind of came to terms with that term actually means. And a twin flame, you could have so many twin flames in your life. You could have a few, probably. Basically, I've heard it said, what was his name? Matt Cohn, I think is how you pronounce his name, or Khan. I'll put a link to his YouTube channel in my bio here because he has really wonderful videos. But his was one of the first videos pertaining to twin flame that really changed my view on it. And he said that a twin flame is basically all of your exes or the people in your lives who have caused you to change, who have caused you. It's like they come into your life and it's really intense and crazy and you're really wrapped up in it, but then it ends in this very kind of I don't want to say twisted way, in this very push and pull way where it causes a big change in your life. That's what twin flames are. So it doesn't really matter what word you use, but that's the difference. Soulmates, that he said, are comfortable. They're very easy. When you find a soulmate, it's oh, yeah, I want to do the same thing. Oh, this sounds so great. Or, oh, let's just. That's not to say that soulmates don't benefit us or push us in a sense, but soulmates are more supportive, whereas twin flames are all force in a sense that causes us to react and kind of do something on our own. So there's the difference there. I thought that was worth mentioning. I have a few stones picked out for this session. Right, the first one, of course, that we have to do for anything love is rose quartz. This is a really beautiful, super gemmy piece that I got at a gem fair in Jersey, the Edison Gem Fair, which I'm really excited to go to. I've been dying to make it to the Denver Gem Show, but I haven't been able to go yet. But I will get there. I will. So yeah, this is a beautiful piece of rose quartz. Rose quartz is always pertaining to love, so it's a great one to choose if that's what you're trying to focus on, whether that be love of self, bringing more love into your life, helping with patience, compassion, anything love, every single love related thing will be benefited by rose quartz. And here we have a piece of, this is called African turquoise. It's actually a type of jasper. It's not true turquoise. And a lot of times these are dyed, which I believe this one has. I'm not entirely sure. But nonetheless, this is a stone of transformation. And that's what we want to do with this situation. Now, when I was saying about how I've got a lot of messages or requests or just mentions that someone was trying to manifest love, a lot of times we need to transform for that to happen because there is some type of blockage. Again, that feeling of lack, that acknowledgement that something is missing is going to keep things from coming to you. In the same scheme of things, I have a piece of dioptase, which is also a great transforming one, particularly pertaining to the heart. So again, transformation is what I'm kind of going with here. Here we have a really gorgeous piece of moss agate. It almost looks like tree agate, but it's moss. I guess it could kind of go either way. But this I took out for growth. For that growth we're trying to obtain or stimulate within ourselves or focus on, and stop focusing on the fact that something is not there. changing ourselves, growing ourselves for the better, so that we're attracting what we want and we're not attracting on this level or the level that we're at. That's not to say that you couldn't already be at this really wonderful level in your own personality with your own qualities, but it never hurts to grow more, and focus on yourself. Just keep going, become a master of yourself. Here, of course, is my favorite, and this is Kambaba Jasper. It's my favorite stone or mineral. Kambaba is great for fertility, growth again. Most green stones have that kind of growth kind of aspect if you're interested in, getting your hands on some green stones. This one is really good for releasing, which is why I love it so much. If you have a piece of this, or if you're interested in getting a piece, you can place it at the back of your skull, like right at the bottom of your skull, and meditate and focus on releasing. So what I'm going to be doing really quickly is build a little grid here to send you this energy, or include this energy in my energy, so when I'm sending it to you, you're able to pick up on that as well and release. So now that our grid is set up, we're going to do a quick Reiki session, and I'm going to speak a little during this one, do it a little bit different. I guess I speak during some others as well. If this is the first time you're seeing one of my videos, how you send distance Reiki, you can look at it as a download, like I put it out in the universe through energy. There is no time and space. So if you're interested in absorbing it, you can think of it almost like a bubble, like just kind of like waiting around, and there's like enough for everybody, so don't worry. Like a bubble floating out, and it's like you accept it and it's just like bloop. I kind of like that image. I think it's really cute. Or however you like to see it. You could see it kind of coming in through your crown. You could see it working through your heart. We all perceive energy in different ways, or more sensitive in different ways as well. So there's no wrong way. Alright, so if you're interested in receiving this energy, just say either aloud or to yourself, I am open to receiving. I am grateful for this Reiki session. However, that indicates to you that you're willing to participate and you're interested. Alright, so I'm going to talk to you a little through this session. I need your participation. I want you to focus on an emotion of lack. I know I told you not to before, but we're going to transform it. So think of how you feel as this other match to you, this soulmate or partner component is missing from your life, and let yourself really feel this emotion. Don't focus on them being gone. If you feel lonely, focus on being lonely. If you feel not supported, focus on that. If you feel you have no one to be the bottom to your well of emotions and love, then focus on that. But don't focus on them specifically being gone. We want to make this as emotionally tied as possible. Now that we're thinking about this, we're going to shift our mind. We're going to use our imaginations here and send this feeling into the past. Whether you want to envision it being a month, 6 months, a year, this is a past emotion. You no longer feel this way. You're cutting the cord and releasing this lack-related emotion. We're then going to visualize exactly how this relationship is going to play out in a very real scenario. We don't want to generalize here. We don't want oh, well, I want someone to spend time with. Like, no. What are you doing on Friday night with this person? What are you talking about in the morning? What kind of text are you sending each other or messages? What kind of movies do you like to see together? What do you argue about? In a healthy way, of course. What's their family like? What do your parents think of this person? How often do you get together with their friends and yours? Or you just nest up all the time? Really get a clear image and build it out, using as much creative thought as you can, making it very real to you. And now we're going to focus on shifting again into a place of gratitude. I am grateful for this love. I am grateful for the support that I feel from this person. I am grateful I am able to love so deeply. I am grateful for how this relationship has changed me and the lessons I have learned through it, and that we are still able to be together. I am grateful for every moment, every joy, every laugh, every cry, every opening and sharing of ourselves. And I am grateful to find someone and be aligned with them who truly understands me. That's the greatest gift of all when it comes to relationships. So, we're just going to do, we don't really need to do like a fluffing. I know you guys like it most of the time. I'm just going to do like an aura smoothing and do a little like hand movements to stimulate those energy points in our body, particularly the Taurus and the heart. The heart has an energetic field bigger than our mind. This is the first organ that is formed when we're in utero. It's everything. It's really very powerful, and the field that we emit with our heart chakra is massive. In terms of shape, it's a torus shape, which is what they say that the universe shape is, or what I've read before, which I really love that idea. But it's like a donut, so it comes out and just kind of like, so it's a circle with like a hole kind of shape in it, and it flows out. So if you know what a torus is, or if you want to look it up, that's a heart frequency. So anyway, I want to focus on maintaining our Taurus, our heart chakra, and make sure that this is what we're sending out. There's no lack, there's no judgment, there's love of self and perfect discernment, because we want to be able to, we don't want to just let anybody into this very sacred space in our hearts. Sure, we can send love, we can love people who are our enemies and be like, best to you kind of thing, but that's not what I mean. I mean actually like letting someone in and really giving of yourself in that sense. So we want to make sure that that energy is just very pure and very clear, and that our intentions are there, so that that energetic field is attracting what we want to attract. If you're out and about and you're you're open, you're not looking to meet someone, you're open to meeting someone, it's very healthy for you to focus and visualize on this Taurus shape, just this energy that you're emitting, and it goes very far. So I'm going to step a little closer to you and just kind of stimulate this Taurus shape around you. A little balancing. Okay. I'm just going to do just an overall kind of aura combing because I think it's appropriate. So, okay. All right. Well, I hope that you found this useful in some way. I hope that you find that you're able to just focus on yourself and remove that missing, remove that area that, as if it's not there, because it's not going to help you. So just keep that in mind when you're thinking, when you're allowing these thoughts and these movies and these images to pass through your mind. Bring it to something that's going to benefit you. That's kind of what I'm all about here on this channel for the most part and in my teachings. So I hope that helps you. Thank you so much for your continued support and love and just everything, your donations, every time you share one of my videos on, any of your social media platforms, or tag me or like or any of those things. I'm so appreciative of that. It helps me so much, and I'm so grateful. From the bottom of my heart, as always, namaste. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and remember to subscribe if you're interested in following me along and being notified when I post new videos. You can find me on Snapchat, Instagram, and Facebook, or get in touch with me through my website, which is INNATE.com. There you can see the services that I offer, send a message, check out my blog, or make a donation if you feel so inclined. Thank you, and namaste.